It's the Rundown. It's brought to you by Skybox Sports. Skybox is your source for the world's first and only Stoolie-approved LED Wi-Fi scrolling sports ticker and betting board. You can see it back here right now. We got the sports ticker, the stock ticker rolling right behind me. So whether you're doing Davey Day Trader, whether you're doing Gambling Cave, Barstool Sports Book, gambling, you've got the ticker behind you, keeping you up to date with matchups, live scores, breaking news, odds, lines, totals, futures, props, stocks, everything. All the trades, injuries, you can get up-to-date information on what's going on. So whether you want it for sports or finance or anything in between, politics, anywhere you need up-to-the-date live info scrolling, you got it. Skybox Sport Network tickers are available in multiple models and sizes, and they pair exceptionally well with the new LCD betting boards to elevate your fan cave, your bar, your garage, your office, your nursery.
Sure.
It's aggressive, yeah.
I mean,
Get 'em in there,
start them young, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
So head over to skyboxnetwork.com. Use the code SkyboxStoolies, all one word, to get free shipping, free live data for the first year, along with 5% off your order. So be sure to take your savings to the Barstool Sportsbook after you cash in here, and go to skyboxnetwork.com, promo code SkyboxStoolies. We'll start off with the debate last night and the fly. It was a fly on someone's head.
I sneaky love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because I think it's like, usually this would be something I'd roll my eyes at, but I think the entire internet just agreed, like, this is so stupid, but we're going to have fun with it.
Well, what I like about it is that it does, no one's talking about the actual debate. And we're not talking about issues. We're not talking about, your water cooler talk today is not like anything heavy. It's like, hey, the fly.
I mean, I've never seen a fly stay up there for 2 minutes.
The one on Hillary's face last time was crazy.
It was on a ride.
Because that was like,
Right.
Yeah, that was
crawling
on a
through her
ride.
fucking face. This at least is on your head. But that was a long time to just
I think
be
heads
chilling.
got to roll.
2
If
minutes
you're
and
Mike
9
Pence,
seconds.
well,
yeah.
those guys, they don't take kindly to that.
Like, someone's got to come out and tackle me.
Yeah.
Get
Do
this
something.
fucking
Walk
fly
up there
off
and,
my head.
Walk up and just give it a little, get rid of that fly.
Clearly, I don't know what's up there. I can't. I'm running for vice president. I can't have a fucking fly just going around my head.
You know, those
Someone come
guys
get it
are
off.
all hair sprayed up and shit, so that's
right.
like a helmet. You're gonna feel it, you got a fly on
Yeah,
your
I'd
head.
feel it right away. I'm hypersensitive, especially on the head. But you know how it kind of jumped the shark? Somebody sent me a picture of it, but it's the black guy with the big dick.
Yeah.
So then like once it gets into the big dick meme.
It was him drinking a cranberry juice with Dreams playing in the background.
Right.
So like it's getting the full internet treatment right away. We're beating it to death as we tend to do.
It's crazy. There was a time, like, it wasn't too long ago where something like this would like carry the news cycle for like a week.
Yeah.
And now things last maybe 6 hours.
Max.
Honestly, I think I get like one scroll. You know how like when you scroll enough on Twitter, it has to like refresh?
Yeah.
I get like one scroll and I'm like,
I'm over it.
This
Yep.
is
I mean,
too much.
there was like Mike Pence's
still
fly of Pence on
if
fly's
you're
head.
still fucking creating accounts.
And they're getting, but they're all, how about the people following them? Like 50,000 followers in like a night.
Right
It's
away.
like, what could you possibly get out of following that account?
like, it's going to be relevant for 5 minutes.
and the
Right.
jokes like, the fly's getting tested for COVID, the fly's going to Walter Reed. Like, it's just like,
The Biden campaign had made fly swatters.
That's
right.
right,
Away,
that's
and they were
right.
selling them as fundraisers.
I meant to include that in
right
my
off
video,
the
I forgot.
fucking right off the bat. They had
Yeah,
the
they were
fly
selling,
swatters in the store.
like truth, like believe the truth, not the flies.
Yeah,
and it says lies.
Yeah, they're quick
so,
to act.
I mean, I give the Biden campaign, at least recently, is trying. They did something else recently where they sold a T-shirt after like a catchprise.
Oh,
Oh
like,
man,
you shut up, man.
Shut up, man. When he kept saying man,
Right.
and like they're at least trying this time around, but they're just not very good at it. Trying to capitalize. It's like what we do. We fucking will get blood from a stone too, but at least we tend to be hopefully somewhat more funny.
well,
with
we
it.
had the bone zone. That was
funny. The bone zone's funny. What do you want me to tell you? It is what it is. By the way, speaking of the cranberry guy, I've been waiting for him to get canceled. Whenever you get unexpected fame, you do some digging or whatever. There is a video of him dropping N-bombs that people are not too happy about.
Oh, no.
But it's always in that gray area. It's like, is he allowed to say it? Is he not? What are the rules?
The LA gang members, I feel like, always get, like in movies, they always get a pass. Where you're kind of
Yeah,
like
it's
like
like,
I feel like in
wait a
Training
minute.
Day, I heard it a lot. It's
Right.
not up for me to give passes.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
It's a good reference. Yeah.
we should not probably be. Yep. But so yeah, the fly takes over. I'm just happy we don't have to. Like, I don't know anything else that was said.
I paid attention
Material-wise.
because I think this is the first vice presidential debate where there's a good chance either of the winners could be
Might be
president before,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
so I think I'd like to know who's getting the keys to the car, so
Yeah.
I pay attention a little bit. Otherwise, it's fucking nothing.
Who won?
Pence won last night.
Yeah.
He was I think that he did a better job defending Trump than Trump did because Biden won the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I actually watched it and I didn't take notes and shit like that. That was my first time hearing either of them do more than a soundbite
Yeah,
talk.
me too. I was gonna say I haven't heard anything. I was watching the baseball game, open up Twitter, and just see fly, and I'm like, what? I hate missing something. It's like I don't know what any of this means.
I mean,
It was
you
distracting.
figured it out
Pretty
pretty
quickly.
quick.
It was pretty easy.
Oh, what did I miss?
Yeah, it's like I was like,
It's
what does
it's
it
like
mean?
Trent's frozen cat.
Like, yeah,
You
it's
get
a cat.
it? It's a
frozen.
fly
Yeah.
on his head.
Also, news from the debate last night: Trump's team left a ticket for Tupac after Kamala said that her favorite rapper was Tupac. I mean, they asked her who's like your favorite. I guess they specified
rapper
alive.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said it, but I think she quickly was like, I know he's not alive. Like, but Tupac's my favorite. So, I mean, if you quickly correct it, I don't think there's as much there. But like, nice little troll job.
How
to
much
get
does
the
something like
headlines.
this get in someone's head? Like, do you look at it and you're like, this is stupid?
I would think normal people would, but nobody in politics is normal. They're probably, like you said, heads are gonna roll. Like Mike Pence probably went out there and probably like beat up some staffer, just like beat up a homeless guy that night because he was mad because there was a fly on him. I'm sure someone on Kamala's team is like, well,
I think this
fuck,
stuff
what do
works
we
better
do?
for like virality,
Yeah.
rather than like
Than actually
getting
agreed.
Kamala
What's more
Harris's head.
petty, leaving the tickets for Tupac or selling fly swatters? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
it seems
question.
like
You're
it's
both
about,
doing dumb shit,
yeah,
right?
equal pettiness.
I mean, if you bought that fly swatter, you need to kill yourself. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, you talk about 2020 and everyone uses it as a fucking joke and stuff. We could have a presidential debate where they're both wanded down as if they're going into a New York City public school for any kind of
Yeah.
listening devices, drug tested and hosted by Joe Rogan. With a fucking fly on the head and a dead Tupac like
Just
ticket
put
waiting
it
at
all
the door.
together with
It's
the
a fucking
hologram in.
president.
How about that? No, we'll do the moderator. Will be the hologram
Right.
Tupac.
It's absurd. It's fucking
Put it all
absurd.
together, man. Second half of the rundown is brought to you by Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon was my gear all through quarantine, and now that I'm back in the real world, still rocking it. They've got comfortable clothes, comfortable underwear, pants, shirts, jackets, the whole nine, the boxers, and it's like the perfect combination of like comfort with leisure and style and functionality. Everything now kind of just looks like regular pants. You don't know if they're khakis, you don't know if they're jeans, you don't know if they're sweatpants, they're just pants. And they look good, and you're comfortable while you're doing it. So whether you're still working from home or whether you're back in the office, whether you are still hanging out on Zoom or going out to bars, whatever it may be, Mack Weldon is the gear to stay comfortable and look good while you do it. They've also got the Mack Weldon Blue program, which is a pretty cool loyalty program they have, where all you got to do first off is buy something from Mack Weldon, and right away you get free shipping for the rest of the year. Then once you spend over $200, you then get 20% off every purchase you make for the rest of the year. So right away, free shipping, and if you spend a nice chunk of cash after you get a paycheck, you get 20% off every order thereafter once you're a loyal member of their Blue program. But if you want 20% off right away, go to MackWeldon.com/rundown, then use the code rundown, and you'll get 20% right away, and that will unlock the free shipping for the rest of the year as you join that loyalty program. Once again, MackWeldon.com/rundown, promo code rundown. What else we got here?
Mack Weldon, we can go into Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Sounds like Mack
yeah.
Weldon. Morgan Wallen was the musical act on. Oh, I know who this guy is now. Right. Okay.
He played Dana B in the Bowling Cup.
Morgan Wallen forgets whiskey glasses too.
Should have been 13. Good shot, boy. He made it.
Which,
Right.
Again, we never finished.
Yeah.
And
They made it like specifically to the Final Four and then just never did it. Right. That was crazy.
Stop doing it.
That
It's crazy.
was-
I mean, it's insane.
I remember that was a big deal. It was like, we got to schedule it. When are you available? You're going to come in. We're going to do it over Zoom. And then we just totally stopped.
Just stopped
Well, you know
doing
what happened? I believe Marty and Dana lost. And they were like, well, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
And I don't blame them. I
that.
wouldn't want to do it either.
Yeah.
I played
So-
against Rhea, and we were both trying to throw it. That was the beer pong thing?
Yeah.
So like we were each like thrown into the fucking cheap seats. I was like, I'm old. Like they can say I'm, but you're kind of vibrant because nobody wanted to fucking come in.
The game that would never end.
Yeah.
So Morgan Wallen was supposed to be the SNL music act this week, and then a whole bunch of videos of him making out with chicks and partying went viral, and so he got the boot. Now I'm remembering this. He made out with everybody.
Yeah,
And
this
people
is a little different.
girls are not
'cause
too happy with that.
There's another situation in the news right now that's been prevalent in my life, and that's Cam Newton and Stephon Gilmore out to dinner. And I think that one's overplayed. Because, like, yeah, they fucking hang out in the locker room all day. They can go sit at dinner together. That's
And
like,
they both have it, right?
they both have it. But,
Yeah,
like, it's,
so
I don't think it's
whatever. That's like
irresponsible to
two
go.
people with an STD having sex. Like, whatever.
I think they got it from each other there.
Oh, well, then that's different.
But, like, I don't know. Like, all these restaurants have, like, plans in place and stuff like that. Like, the restaurants are open. You can go to a restaurant if it's open. Mm-hmm. I think they're...
Wait, so they knowingly had COVID and went to a restaurant?
No, they did
Okay.
not.
If you knowingly do it, then you're an asshole. If you don't,
Right.
then you don't.
But that's different, just sitting down and having a meal versus fucking making out with every girl in the state.
Yeah, you probably just shouldn't be doing that, period, and then let alone if there is... Does he have it, do we know, or is it just he's being reckless?
I think he was being reckless.
Right.
But can't they just test him? Like, were they looking for an excuse to get rid of this guy? And, like, how dare they? Didn't Saturday Night Live, they had a full audience.
Did they really?
Yeah, and the reason that they had a full audience is because you can only have employees in the audience now for TV shows. So Saturday Night Live went out and they paid each audience member $150
You
to
fucking
make
around
them
right now?
technically Twisted History Saturday Night Live this week, no big deal. Co-starring Patty. They paid them each $150.
So you're
made
like
them
employees?
and therefore they had a full studio audience
Really?
this weekend. Yeah.
I did not know
How dare
that.
they come at Matt? So, like, I think that they should be able to test the guy and have him, unless they didn't want him. Maybe his voice is not getting good or something.
Well, I feel like the
Balls
problem
are
is not
dropping.
even... I think a lot of times it's not even... Are you actually afraid of Corona, or you just don't want bad press?
But bad
Yeah.
publicity.
Like,
And
do
then-
they really think this guy? I
And
mean,
also,
if first,
Morgan
test him,
Wallen-
and if he's,
Right.
if he's not positive,
Wallen,
then like you
Wallen,
should let him
Wallen.
in.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But it's more like you're gonna hear it from the side of people who hate.
But
the,
SNL doesn't exist without a live studio audience, so it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then to have
Game
that,
that
plus
system.
have a guy who's out there making out with Alabama co-eds.
No,
I
I
saw-
also think this is good for his brand because he's like the party boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
He does ball in
How-
the cup. He
how
does
old is he?
foursomes. A foursome, by the way, I mean foreplay. Foursome.
Well,
He
I
might
mean,
do both, I
probably
don't
both.
fucking
I would
know.
imagine, after seeing that video, I'd imagine there was at least 4. But I saw a lot of people just bent out of shape that he was making out with these chicks. Because they're all like college girls. They're all like, I feel like he shouldn't be I don't think I'd want to be making out with a 19-year-old on camera.
How old's he?
That's what I'm going to look
He's
right
48. I went to school with him.
now. What?
48.
27?
7's a bit old to be making out with 19-year-olds on camera.
Is it?
I don't know. I think I might have had one or
It's right
two in
there.
my day.
Right? Yeah, like it's right
Did
there.
you?
I
27's not too long ago for you, bud.
I imagine there was some black. I don't know because I was too young for the blackout tour. I
How
was
old were you in the
probably
blackout tour?
23.
Yeah.
22, 23.
But
20
musicians, though, like musicians get, like I think it's creepy old manish maybe for a regular 27-year-old, but
Yeah.
a 27-year-old musician probably take 3 off of that.
Well,
It's like
to me,
24.
I'm not even necessarily. This is being on camera. I think is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
You can
know
make out
if
behind
you're out in the
closed
club. Yeah, I mean,
But that's who he is. Like
Yeah,
he's like,
so
yeah,
it's
I
just
just
like, fuck
I
it.
just
Yeah.
fuck sorority girls.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You know what?
Like
drives a van.
Do you, babe? Do you, Morgan Wallen? Fuck yeah. Whatever, man. I mean, you can tell he's, they've got the flash on. It's not like it's like a hidden camera.
he's
Oh,
not
no, it's
ashamed.
right out
Wow. So in that case, it's like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck it. Like anything else in the world, if you just like say it, do it, don't care about it, double down on it, and then like tell people no, you're wrong. That works.
Is being
like,
a
you know,
musical
that's bad.
guest
No, it's not. Okay.
for
whatever.
Saturday Night Live that big of a deal anymore either? Like, is this more cred for? This is probably a better headline than Morgan Wallen did an
I
okay
kind
job
of agree.
on Saturday
I
Night
kind of
Live.
agree with that.
See, I
Right?
always think that, but then remember when we had Shane Gillis on?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, wasn't it better for you? He's like, no, dude.
No.
It would have been better for me to be on fucking SNL.
But no, I don't think Morgan Wallen would have put on, or Wallen or whatever, would have put on like whatever the best Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
being
Saturday Night
a
Live
guest, I think, is different than being a
The
cast
host.
member. I don't know. I still feel like, unless you, I mean, listen, if Shane Gillis went on to be fucking Adam Sandler on SNL, fine. I don't think, I mean, people just don't really watch it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you the last time I even
Yeah.
considered.
And I'm
sitting
sure the
down.
ratings are good because, like, maybe your parents watch it or whatever. But to really think that, I think that's like anything else. It's almost like us with Sirius. It's like, if this all dissolves, we don't really need it. But at the time, it gave us like
Yeah.
a clout thing. It legitimizes you. But that's all it does. I don't think the week-to-week appearance is really going to
Right,
be
yeah,
like, oh,
you're
Shane
right.
was so funny that week. We're going to,
I bet he gets more attention for this week of publicity than he did if it went off without a hitch and he did one.
Oh, wow. You
like,
performed those 2 songs we like.
And you did it at 1 o'clock in the morning when no one stays around for the second song. So yeah, so I think it's a net positive for this guy I never heard of.
I mean, you've heard of him now, right?
Now I have. Yeah, exactly. He's on my radar. Perfect.
Oh, and on to baseball to wrap up here. The Slam Diego Padres are upset about too much celebrating, which I find to be rich. Now, the Dodgers did celebrate kind of ridiculously. They won Game 2, and whoever closed it out for them, like, took his mitt, threw it. Dude who caught the final out was, like, pointing to the sky. It looked like they clinched the NL to, like, make it to the World Series. It's like, it's Game 2 of the divisional series, and you're, the best team in baseball, so pump the brakes. But, that being said, the last fucking team on the planet Earth who should be talking about over-celebrating is the San Diego Padres.
I mean, you wear T-shirts that say Slam Diego. You throw bats in the air, like
every single
and
home run.
I'm all for it.
Yeah,
do it. But you can't get mad when someone else does it too.
Their fans, when the bus showed up, when they won the 3-game series, they threw a party. Now that's more the fans than the team, but I mean,
baseball's
they threw
the
a
stupidest
fucking
sport in the world, man.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Plus
It is.
You're playing like if you look at baseball itself. If you look at every other sport. People are coming down with Corona and stuff. Like, I'd just be celebrating I made it through a game.
Yeah.
Like, I remember they were interviewing Adam Silver, and somebody was congratulating him on the season. He was like, shh, don't say that, like, because it's not over yet.
Right.
There are fucking eggshells every day on whether or not they're going to play. Like, I think everyone's just looking for a reason to celebrate.
Dude,
you know
how good is that going to feel when Adam Silver, like, 2 games away, 1 game away?
Well, the NHL already did it. Gary Bettman already did it.
Yeah, don't be
Right.
about that,
No,
Literally.
Is that over?
Did they? Yeah. Like, did Tree Fall in the Woods? Like, Adam Silver must be like, I'm gonna get shit-faced tonight with, like, my alien friends because I'm not a human.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand why this is still a thing in baseball. Every other sport, whenever you do something good, you fucking celebrate.
Right.
Like, you celebrate touchdowns, you celebrate goals in hockey, you celebrate big baskets in basketball. For some reason,
We're almost there.
We're
we need
almost there,
we need,
but
like,
it's
one more
still, like-
generation of people to die. And then
But
we're
like
good.
now we have like the kids who are coming
Me.
up celebrating home runs, and they're getting mad about pitchers celebrating good
Yeah,
pitches.
I
Like,
mean, that's
what are
why
we
the
doing?
Padres are ruining it because, like, when Trevor Bauer was like, I wish Tim Anderson bat flipped on me, and, like, I'm going to scream and yell when I strike him out, he should talk shit to me too. Like, it's not even about, like, you don't criticize it. You should openly encourage other people to do it as well. For the Padres to then complain, it's like, well, we're right back to square one now, you assholes.
Right.
Because now the articles are going to be written, and now old men like Phil Mushnick think that the Padres are on his side. It's like, you guys, the movement was rolling along, and now we're back to square one. So, yeah, baseball's just got to fucking get it. This is the Machado bat throw. It's not playing. Machado didn't even flip. He just fucking threw his shit. Yeah, fuck you. I mean, that we need that every home run. I think you should.
Right?
Yeah, suck my dick. I think you should do that like top of the first, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, every single time.
Yeah, you hit a ball 500 feet. Get excited about it.
I'd be in batting practice. You fucking see that one? So, yeah.
I mean, I used to do it with metal bats and a golf ball. So imagine how I'd feel if I was doing it with a
You did
wooden
it
bat
in
and a real ball.
fucking Jenga.
Yeah. You lost Jenga. I was like, you fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Love it.
I get jacked up for Jenga.
I know.
Not the second time. The first time I was like nervous. I was like grabbing my thing, like shaking.
I haven't signed up yet. I don't want to fucking do it. Like I don't have it.
I was the same way.
Sober October, I gotta do it.
You'll be great. Yeah, do it November 1st. Right now, the
so
Sober
angry.
October's rolling.
Right.
Large is.
I'm 8 days in, man. This is a long month. 5 Fridays in fucking October.
Oh,
5
that
gentlemen's
hurts.
Friday. I bought a case of non-alcoholic wine for tomorrow.
Does that
Because we
work?
have some broad driving down from Boston to do a big charcuterie board for Gentlemen's Friday at Barstool Breakfast.
Can't wait for
I don't know.
Captain
I've never
Cons
had
to
it.
talk
Yeah,
about
I
that
had a case of
incessantly.
it. Non-alcoholic wine.
What made you pull the trigger this year? You don't always do it, right?
I'm doing that weight loss, the fatathon with the Hard Factor
Gotcha.
guys. And then Eric had asked me if I want to do a half marathon
Oh.
the day before
What?
Thanksgiving. I'm doing the large walking club for the Nardini.
Oh,
Running
right.
Club. So she'd asked me while I was drunk, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then
Oh, the
she's holding
irony.
me to it. Yeah. So I have to do something, you know? So
How's it
plus
going?
I'm dying, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, good, yeah. One of the guys
You
at Hard
strike me as one of
Factor-
those guys who actually could just stop whenever they want.
Yeah, probably not, but I can do a month.
When was the last time, or what's the longest
Lent.
you've gone recently?
Catholic guys, Lent. I've done like
Did
the
you do
40
40?
days of Lent.
So
Yeah.
then you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when did you do it?
I
Last
was,
Lent?
no, I was 14.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying it's been like a couple of years. I was still on Wall Street when I was doing.
All right.
when I did Lent.
Listen, if you were able to give up booze for 40 days when you were in your Wall Street heyday, I think you can do it.
Everybody knows. Bartenders at Arturo know. Like, they'll tell on me.
Don't
My
sue.
daughter's a
Really?
fucking snitch. My
Yeah.
wife is in. Like, so everyone knows. So I have too many eyes out
Have
there.
you
The
found
stakes are too
yourself
high.
being like, all right, I can like
Like, do you
sneak
feel
out
better and stuff like that?
No, I feel terrible. I am
Yeah.
shaky a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit, fuck NBC. Like, that's I don't really give a shit. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, you got to get through that, right? You got to
Yeah.
get through the first,
It's
and
a
then,
hump.
and then hopefully you start to feel good.
Right.
I don't know, though. You're old. You should
Yeah,
just keep
yeah,
drinking
just
till you're
give
dead,
up.
you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
When do you give up? How old are you now?
I'm 48. I give up
48.
in 2 years. Yeah,
50?
so I'll turn
50,
50.
you're done.
Christmas Day.
See, the problem is you got the kids.
Yeah,
You know, these
Yeah.
fucking kids.
exactly.
Like,
liabilities.
you got to make sure the kids are good and off on their own, and then you can really cut
I
loose.
kind of want to dance with her at her wedding, maybe my daughter. But after that, I'm
These
fucking done.
kids and their weddings and their sentimental moments.
Right.
Then after that,
Then I'm
maybe
done.
at her wedding, it's like, all right, we do the dance, and then
Yeah.
you just drink yourself.
30, I gave up on the hair. 50, I give up on the rest of life. How's that for a rule of
Put
thumb?
that
yeah.
put that on the tombstone.
Tombstone,
30 was the
yeah.
hair, 50 was life,
Took
like
a
60
report.
we say goodbye.
yeah, that's how I want my tombstone. One of these things, just scrolling across.
You know what? We talked about GIF tombstones. Ticker tombstone's not a bad idea.
It's not bad, right?
What would you have scroll?
I don't know. I mean, maybe some of my better blogs from back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what I would do.
What would be on your GIF tombstone? By the
Mine?
way, shout out to Maury Povich. We just interviewed him. We call it the GIFs.
Yeah.
It's like, we got the
Okay.
GIFs going now. It's like, you're the best.
Mine probably just be like, leave me alone. Like,
The ticker?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
get out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little
like,
nasty.
mine would be
Really
like,
doing
why
the
are
shit.
you spending your day at a dead, like looking
yeah.
at a rock in the
Keep
dirt?
walking.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? Like real fucking nasty shit.
All right, that's the rundown. Go check out Twisted History on SNL. And what do we have for KFC Radio? Maury's coming on KFC Radio next week, so go get a look.
Bingo, bango.
How about Maury being a Riggs fan? He said Riggs told me that you
Huge
guys got
fucking
it too.
fan. Yeah, Riggs. And then I did a little background on him. He covered the Kennedy assassination. He was on the
Wow,
tarmac in Washington.
Oh,
And
fuck,
I
I
don't know if
wish
you
I
know,
knew
but
that.
Jackie O had the brain all over her and the
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah.
And they were like, Jackie, you're in Air Force One. We have a change of clothes. She's like, leave this on. I want them to see what they did. So she walked off the plane in Washington, D.C., covered in her husband's
a
brain
bad
matter.
bitch.
And fucking Maury was there on the tarmac covering. And now he's like, you're not the father. But
Yeah.
back in the day, he was covering real deal shit. Maury's kind of a legend. He's banging Connie Chunks at 30
Con-
years.
No,
Kind
he
of
talked
like
about
it.
it. He said he calls himself Mr. Chunk.
Yeah, but I heard she takes it deep. Whatever. It's nothing else. Cut that.